Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I share insights and tips on personal development, productivity and leadership. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a book that has changed my life and helped me achieve more than I ever thought possible. The book is called Discipline is Destiny: The Power of Self-Control by Ryan Holiday. Discipline is Destiny is a book by Ryan Holiday aimed at helping readers master the Stoic virtue of temperance, commonly referred to as discipline. The book proposes that by controlling the body, mind, and spirit, one can attain the highest level of self-discipline and ultimately, success. Ryan Holiday is a best-selling author, media strategist, and Stoic philosopher who has written several books on how to apply ancient wisdom to modern challenges. He is also the founder of the Daily Stoic, a website and newsletter that provides daily doses of Stoic inspiration and guidance. The book shows how to be disciplined like Gehrig, Elizabeth II, Patterson, Aurelius, Morrison, and how not to be like Napoleon, Fitzgerald, Ruth. The book is divided into 4 parts: the body, the mind, the spirit, and the whole. Each part explores how discipline can help us overcome different aspects of our lives, such as our physical health, our mental habits, our emotional resilience, and our overall character. Some of the key takeaways from the book are: discipline is not a punishment or a restriction, but a freedom and an opportunity to practice self-mastery and excellence. Discipline is not something we are born with or without, but something we can cultivate and improve through practice and repetition. Discipline is not a one-time event or a quick fix, but a lifelong journey and a constant challenge that requires vigilance and adaptation. Discipline is not a solitary endeavor or a selfish pursuit, but a social responsibility and a service to others. The book is full of practical tips and exercises that can help us develop more discipline in our daily lives, such as setting clear goals and breaking them down into manageable steps, creating routines and rituals that support our desired behaviors, eliminating distractions and temptations that undermine our focus, rewarding ourselves for our achievements and learning from our failures, seeking feedback and accountability from others who share our values, meditating and journaling to reflect on our progress and challenges, reading and learning from the examples of disciplined people throughout history. To illustrate some of these points, let me share with you some stories from the book that I found particularly inspiring or instructive. One story is about Lou Gehrig, the legendary baseball player who was known as the Iron Horse for his durability and consistency. He played 2,130 consecutive games for the New York Yankees from 1925 to 1939, setting a record that stood for 56 years. He was also one of the greatest hitters of all time, with a career batting average of .340 and 493 home runs. But what made Gehrig so disciplined was not just his talent or his passion for the game. It was his work ethic and his humility. He trained hard every day, even when he was sick or injured. He never complained or made excuses. He always respected his teammates, his opponents, and his fans. He never let fame or fortune get to his head. Gehrig's discipline was tested in 1939 when he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a fatal disease that gradually paralyzed his muscles. He had to retire from baseball at age 36. But even then, he did not give up or feel sorry for himself. He accepted his fate with grace and gratitude. He gave one of the most famous speeches in sports history on July 4, 1939 at Yankee Stadium, where he said, "I'm the luckiest man alive. Your fans have always been kind and supportive. I got a bad break, but I still have a lot to live for." Gehrig died 2 years later at age 37. His legacy lives on as an example of courage and discipline in the face of adversity. Another story is about Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch in British history. She ascended to the throne in 1952 at age 25, after the sudden death of her father, King George VI. Since then, she has been the head of state of 16 countries and the leader of the Commonwealth of Nations, a group of 54 countries that share historical ties with Britain. But what makes Elizabeth II so disciplined is not just her power or her prestige. It is her sense of duty and her devotion to her people. She has dedicated her life to serving the public interest and upholding the values of democracy, justice and peace. She has never interfered in political matters or expressed personal opinions. She has always remained neutral and impartial. She has also maintained a rigorous schedule of official engagements and travels, despite her advancing age and health issues. She has visited more than 130 countries and met with countless world leaders, dignitaries and celebrities. She has also supported hundreds of charities and causes, especially those related to education, health and the environment. But through it all, she has never wavered or faltered in her role as a monarch. She has always shown dignity and grace under pressure. She faced many losses and hardships: her father, sister, daughter-in-law, and husband, her children's divorces, her son's attack, Windsor Castle fire. She has always been a source of stability and inspiration for millions of people around the world. She once said, "I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong." Elizabeth II is a model of discipline and loyalty in a world of change and uncertainty. One more story is about Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher who ruled from 161 to 180 AD. He is widely regarded as one of the best and most virtuous rulers in history. He was also one of the most influential thinkers of all time. His book Meditations, a collection of his personal reflections and advice on how to live a good life, is still read and studied today. But what made Marcus Aurelius so disciplined was not just his authority or his wisdom. It was his self-control and his moderation. He lived a simple and frugal life, despite his wealth and power. He avoided luxury and indulgence. He practiced self-restraint and self-examination. He resisted anger and resentment. He cultivated gratitude and compassion. He also faced many difficulties and dangers during his reign, such as wars, plagues, famines, floods, earthquakes, rebellions, conspiracies, and betrayals. He had to deal with incompetent or corrupt officials, hostile or ungrateful allies, rebellious or disloyal subjects, and treacherous or ambitious rivals. He also suffered from poor health and chronic pain. But he never let these external circumstances affect his inner peace and happiness. He never lost sight of his purpose and his principles. He always acted according to reason and virtue. He wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Marcus Aurelius is an example of discipline and balance in a world of chaos and conflict. These are just some of the stories from the book that I found fascinating and inspiring. There are many more stories in the book that you can learn from and apply to your own life. Discipline is Destiny is a book that will inspire you to take control of your life and achieve your full potential. It will teach you how to harness the power of self-discipline and balance it with other Stoic virtues such as courage, justice and wisdom. If you are interested in reading this book, I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to improve themselves and their lives. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Also, let me know in the comments what you think of this book or if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, remember, discipline is destiny. The power of self-control is yours to claim.